Hi everyone! So today I want to talk to you about some books that I've found that are absolutely fantastic for people who like to do junk journaling, scrapbooking, glue booking and all that kind of cool papercraft stuff. I did a video about junk journaling not long ago. I'll put a link in the description if you haven't seen it, but it was basically me doing my first junk journal spread and talking about the process and how much I enjoyed it. So these books are the best quality books hands down that I've come across for different kinds of papers to use in your junk journaling, scrapbooking, whatever. They're called Paper and these are the first two that came out, the Botanical Collection and the Cottage Collection. They have also just released two new editions called the Vintage Retro Collection and the Magical Collection, which I think is my favourite out of all of them. So all the links for every book will be in the description. Let me show you the first couple of books first of all, so you can see the format of the books and what you get in them. They're really good quality. Let's start off with the Botanical Collection. So it's a really thick book. It's a very substantial book, and it includes stationery, bookmarks, stickers, wrapping paper, gift tags and more. So you've got all kinds of stuff to craft and create with. 180 pages. The cover is beautiful. It's got a really textured sort of matte feel to it, and it just feels very premium. So you open up, you've got a little introduction, and then you're straight into your papers. Now there's also a difference in thickness of the papers as well. So let me just move this one out of the way and I can show you the whole thing. Some of it is just normal kind of thin paper, what you would be able to fold up, make origami, make pockets, or whatever it is that you want to make for your scrapbook. But the patterns, the colour vibrancy, the clarity is all absolutely spot on. So you've got some that are, more like a kind of wallpaper page that you can use for backgrounds. You can rip them up and use little pieces on your scrapbook. And you've got some that are like full quote pages, which can also be clipped down into individual letters if you like to mix and match your letters. And then you get into these little cards. So on the back, they're like little postcards, note cards. It says just a little note to say, and then you can put your note on there. And these are very thick. There's the ping test. They're also perforated, as is, I think every page is perforated in this book. So they're really easy and clean to rip out. Yeah, so you've got these really nice thick note cards. Here's another set. These are really nice little quotes. But again, you can just cut out elements if you wanted to, use them for your scrapbook. And you've got these ones, which are the same sort of thickness. They don't have the postcard line down them to put, like address and stuff on them. They're just little note cards that you can fold over. So you would fold these and you'd have a little note card. Again, all perforated, ready for you to pull out. Some more of those there. I love all of the patterns. It's amazing, like all the different floral patterns and the colours as well that's used. This one is quite a blank page. Obviously you've got your small detail in the corner there, and then the back is a wallpaper. Here you've got some note page, so obviously you can rip bits of that out, use it to write little notes, little captions for your scrapbooking photographs. This one's got a big piece that you could cut out or you could stick things onto. And then we have another wallpaper. Now we've got some envelopes. So these are all patterned. They have room for an address or something that you want to put on the front. If you're making an envelope for your scrapbook or your junk journal, you might want to write on there what's in the envelope. And you basically just cut it out, stick it together on the flaps, and you've got a pre-made, beautifully patterned envelope. And there's quite a few of those throughout the book, all kinds of different colours and patterns, as you can see. So you can sort of match things up. These kind of all match together if you wanted to do a spread that was matching. Really like this blue, almost, is it like, what do they call it? Wedgwood? It's giving that effect, I think that's the word. And then within the book you will get some surprises as you go through. So we have a fully made journal here. Again, really nice quality, matte surface finish. You've got the journal belongs to, and then you can put lists in here. It's giving you different prompts to do. So my favourite places to escape and make time for myself, things I could do if I were brave enough, And of course you've got all the patterned pages on the other side, so even if you didn't want to use this as a written journal, you can be using all of the patterned papers for your projects. So that's the first surprise that you get in the book. Then we've got stickers. So these are little rounded stickers. They've got quotes or little florals that all match with the papers that we've seen so far and might see later on in the book. So it's all like an all-encompassing matching product. Try saying that when you're drunk. These are stickers again, but these are like label stickers. So again, you just peel them off and they're self-adhesive. You can write and do whatever you want on there. I really like these kind of dark, I wouldn't say they're gothic, but they appeal to my gothic nature. The black backgrounds and the beautiful florals. It's just, I've not seen any books that are this high quality when it comes to ephemera and papers for your junk journaling. Now this is another surprise. You've got create your own wall art. So these all are perforated. You can pop them out one by one. So you've got the center section, then you've got the frame of that, then you've got the outer white frame, and then you've got the outer frame. So you can use those, you pop them out and make your own little wall art framed pieces. You could probably make those, what do they call them? The photo frames that are really deep, like box frames. You could make something like that with them. Put them in there. There's quite a few different ones of those. And then another surprise is all of the wallpapers. What's the word I'm looking for? Wrapping paper. There we go, wrapping papers. And these are really large sheets, which are folded into 4. They've got a solid colour on the back and then a big pattern on the front. So again, it's just giving you loads and loads of material, and you get quite a few of these in one book. So this is obviously a little nature scene with rabbits. Then you've got this one, which is sort of dismembered black and white body parts with florals. It sounds worse than it looks. Again, some more really nice vibrant patterned pieces. So those are the wallpapers that came with that one. Not wallpapers, Claire, wrapping papers. There we go. This is another really thick one. That's thicker than any of them so far. I don't know what you'd use that for. Obviously you cut round the pieces, don't you, and use it for whatever you want, but it's super, super thick. And this is again really thick, so you've got little flowers telling you the original sort of Latin names. That's really nice for oldie worldy floral spreads. You are stronger than you think. Again, really, really thick, heavy card. And we've got some circular motifs and some square ones, more circular ones. And as you can see, the back of each is a solid colour. So if you didn't want to use those, you can use this as a solid colour. It's like every millimetre of this book has been packed out with things for you to use. You know, nothing is wasted. So here we've got some bookmarks. Again, they are perforated, and these are smaller ones. These are tags. So these again are perforated. You would pop them out and use them as tags in your junk journal or scrapbook. And what's this one? So these are like little diamonds, but they've got tiny little dots across them as if you're meant to fold them. So I'm not actually sure what they do. Ah, okay. So you would fold, say we've got one of these row of diamonds here. You would fold down the middle, and then you've got like a little tab. You could make a tab with them. I think that's what they're for. And then bigger ones here. These could be used as flaps. And again, some more bigger ones. Then we've got a second surprise notebook. This one is purely for notes. So you've got loads and loads of lined space to write your notes in. But again, you still have some patterned papers you can use for other things. So loads of really, I mean, look at that. I love that. Loads of beautiful floral patterns in this one. Then we have some more little note cards, tags, flaps, whatever you want to call them. They've got lined dotted bits on the back, and then on the front it says invitation, so I guess it's an invitation. Should have read that bit first. Then we've got some more stickers. Bearing in mind we're about halfway through the book, so already you can see the kind of value for money that you're getting. These stickers, again, circular ones, some of them are quotes, some of them are nice little florals, little frames. This one is completely black and white, so you could colour this in if you wanted to, or you could just leave it monochrome. We've got some coloured pieces on the back as well. These might be nice for adding a bit of watercolour paint, a bit of a light wash, giving that feel to it. Yeah, so we've got some pages that are sort of scrolly writing, scripty writing that you're not really supposed to read, it's just giving the vibe, you know, it's giving the oldie style vibe. Love this. I would love to have some clothes made out of some of these patterns. You can see I've already used a piece here because I needed a solid block of colour, which is what is in this section of the book. So you've just got solid colours, but all of the colours match up with the theme of the book. So you'll have seen these colours in the previous patterns. It's really nice to keep everything matching. We've got strawberry, was that strawberries? Yeah, strawberries and florals. Obviously this is a botanical collection, so you're going to get loads of florals. We've got some more long tags or bookmarks here. They've got the circular cutouts in the top, so you could make them into really long tags if you wanted to. Then you've got some perforated strips, so you could use these for putting at the top of your scrapbook and then using a thick calligraphy pen to write over, I don't know, the month of the year, depending what you're trying to do. There's just so much to do with these books. Now we've got loads of lettering in lots of different styles, so you can see these are capital letters with little flowers on them. We've also got really decorative numbers, some more capitals, slightly smaller, so you can cut those out, you know, make little titles with them with all different types of font. So you've got loads and loads of choice as well. And we've got some strips again going this way down, but these are adhesive strips, so you can just pull up the corner, if I can get a corner, yeah, and then they're sticky. So, and they're nice and glossy as well. There's a mixture of sort of textures and feels in this book. You've got some matte, some glossy. These are really nice glossy stickers. Really like the shape of them with the cut off corners. Then we've got some more wrapping papers. So I'll just show you quickly all these different florals that you've got. These might not be in the right order that they came in the book, because obviously I've been messing around with the book. So then you've got some more cut out tags, all pre-cut for you. Nice little space on the back there. These ones are kind of starburst shaped tags, so they're really unusual and pretty. And then we've got some cards here again, so you've got the perforation down the middle, and then you've got the scoring down the centre, so you could do a little note card. And we've got some more kind of large area pieces, some writing pieces, more envelopes to cut out, beautiful patterns. And you see how long it takes just to go through one book, but I want to show you in their entirety so you know what you're getting. That's the very first sort of reason that I made the channel, was to show people what they're getting before they buy it, because oftentimes you might just see the first few pages of something and you're like, I'm not sure. So I think if I show you everything, then you can be absolutely sure that it's what you want. If it's not for you, then you'll know. If it is for you, then you'll know. So that's the end of the book. So that is just one book with all of the really nice bits inside that you might not be expecting, you know, the big wrapping papers and the notebooks and things. So that was the botanical collection. Then we have the Cottage collection, which I really like. So it's the same thing again, pretty much the same format, but you've got lots of different patterns and styles on this one. I prefer this one out of the two, even though the botanical is beautiful. This one's just, the colour palette, I just love it, I adore it. It's very vintage. These kind of paintings are so nice as well. They're the postcard bits that you can cut out. Then we've got some of the wrapping papers, again beautiful. You can use these to wrap gifts, you can cut them up, you can do whatever you want with them, and they're just gorgeous, and they're really big, so it gives you loads of room to play with. Then we've got the little note cards as well with the birds and the butterflies. There's a lot more nature in this one, which I really like. And again, like I said, it is very vintage. So you're getting the kind of country cottage garden vibe with this one. Here's some envelopes or note paper. We've got some, what do you call this paper? Grid paper? Yeah, maths notebook, that's what we'll call it, maths book paper. Love this, gorgeous. Bees, you know, bees are my favourite. Then we've got the notebook that comes with this one, so I'm not going to, you know, be as slow and showing you everything because we'll be here forever. But this is the kind of, look at that, gorgeous. So this is the kind of notebook that you would get with this. And I mean, look at this, that would be fantastic, you know, ripped out, stuck into your junk journal if you're doing one about the sea or a holiday you've been on, stuff like that. We've got the round stickers. This is so fun. It's like a collage of different bits and bobs. We've got some, now then, cockatoos. I don't know. Love the welly boots. Really nice watercolour, very soft, delicate. And this is the create your own wall art again with the Mr. and Mrs. Fox. And a painting. This is really thick. It's another one of those super thick pages. And yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. Just really nice to see all the brush texture from the original paintings. Got some circular motifs, square motifs, circular again. So you can see the books kind of follow the same sort of format all the way through, but they're just completely different content. Then we've got the journal that comes with this one, which again, you can write in if you want, or you can just use the elements inside, do some fussy cutting. If there's a particular little flower or a butterfly, something that you want, you can just fussy cut it out. And it's, oh, look at that. Oh. So we've got the long bookmarks, the tags, the foldy little tab things. That's the new name for them. Got some more paper in between that. And, you know, if you want to slow this down or pause it, you can do. I just don't want to keep you all day watching this, but because you literally could sit talking about everything on a page for quite a while. So we've got some more black and white monochrome pages. These are really fun. Because I mean, you could take an element from this and then paint it or colour it with whatever colour palette theme you've already got on your spread. So they're versatile in that way. Beautiful, beautiful pages. Here's some of the wrapping paper. So you've got the Fox Bride and Groom wrapping paper. You have got the vintage watering can wrapping paper. There's some little pressed dried flowers. And this is like an abstract floral. Beautiful. Book is beautiful. I don't think you'd need to buy any other sort of papers and things unless there was a theme, you know, that you really wanted, like a gothic theme or something. But you can see this book has got different colours when you get to the solid colour section. So it's not the same as the previous book. I've cut one out already. More patterns, more florals. It's very painterly, very artistic, this one. Bookmarks or long tags. Got a couple of pages of those. You've got the, yeah, words fail me quite frequently. So then we've got the little square images. Again, you've got the fox couple, the bunny rabbits, and some more lettering. Again, completely different to the other book. So you're not going to double up if you buy more than one of the books in this series. You will get something different in each book. Lots of different lettering, lots of cutty out pieces, adhesive strips again, and then some of those nicely shaped stickers. Oh, look, little bunny rabbits. Little note cards, starburst tags, all matching, all cohesive all the way throughout. And then we finish off with some more papers and envelopes. So yeah, if you need to slow this down or pause it, please do. But I want to show you as much as I can in the time that I've got. So that is the Cottage collection. That is part of the 2 books that have been out for quite a while, a year, 2 years, maybe more, I don't know, but they're easy to find. I'll leave the links in the description. Now we're going to look at the brand new books, which, like I said earlier, I'm not sure if they're actually out to buy or if they're on pre-order at the moment, but I'll find out. You'll already know because I'll put it on the screen. We've got the Magical and the Vintage Retro, which are both really cool themes. I think the Magical might be my favourite. Let's go through the Vintage Retro first, and I can show you what this one's all about. So, Vintage Retro, you can probably guess. We're going to have lots of, like, look at this, like a 50s diner type thing. Look at the cars and the old TVs, 50s and 60s style, black and white people. I love this. I think they've done so well to come up with a theme, and then they've really aced the theme, you know what I mean? They would have come up with the Vintage Retro theme, but then they would have had to find things that perfectly fit and, you know, get that art created, and that's what I'm seeing here. They've done such a good job. So here are the... Oh no, oh well, it's meant to be ripped. Here are the wrapping papers that you get with this one. So obviously the first 2 books, I'd already taken the wrapping papers out, so you didn't see that they came in this little thingy-majig. But here's the wrapping papers for this one. So we've got cassette tapes. We've got, I'm just going to open this whole thing because it's different. We've got the dashboard of a retro vintage car. We've got some monochrome stripes. We've got some cool kind of 70s patterns, I think you would say. Yep, so that's the first lot of wallpapers. Why do I keep saying wallpapers? Wrapping papers. And then we've got some more different styles of paper. We've got your envelopes. We've got the note paper and the larger sections of white that you can fill in with whatever you want. You can even create your own collage or scrapbook spread straight into the book on one of these pages and then just tear it out. So it is, yeah, it's very kind of old-fashioned, this one, but in the best way. Here's some stickers. So we've got pop art ones, different kind of patterns, this sort of like hippie, groovy 70s font. You've got the label stickers. You've got all kinds of different florals. Again, nothing is duplicated across any of these books. So every book is fresh and new. Wall art page, and that's also reversible. So you could use this one, this is gorgeous. Or you could use this one. Same on this, you've got the retro radio and you've got the black and white beach photo. Then we've got the journal that comes with this one. So what it is it's got one of those little sticky things on the back, and you can just pull that out. It doesn't make a difference to the paper underneath. Now normally I just give this a bit of a tear, or I would do if it wasn't so thick. Oh man, I tell you, the quality, you can't even rip it if you wanted to on these anyway. The quality is amazing. So just let me slip that off. There we go. So you've got your journal. And again, just like the other ones, formatted the same, you know, habits and gratitude and things like that. But then you've also got all of the cool stuff to cut out and stick. There's that dashboard from the wrapping paper. And there's just, it's so cool. It's really, really cool. These are the really thick pages, again, that you could just make into, I don't know, anything you wanted, really. This is really cool. Cut out the girl. We've got telephone, retro telephone, and we've got a swimmer. Then you've got the second notebook of this book, which, as we've established, I'm not going to be able to rip the paper thing off, so I'm going to have to pull it off. Notebook. Even the front of this you could cut out, and it's just beautiful. Gobsmacked by the quality of these books, honestly. I hope they bring out more and more with all different themes, because I don't think they can do any wrong, really. They just nailed it. They've nailed how to make an amazing book of papers and stickers and all kinds of other things. Patterns, we've got the long bookmarks, we've got the long tags, the tab thingies, and the bigger tabs, back of a car. Just such nice details and all matching in. This reminds me of like Bewitched. Do you remember that old TV program called Bewitched? Samantha, someone, can't remember. Yeah, so we've got the big tabs, the invitation cards, which are gorgeous. More invitation cards, which are a little bit more fun. And more again. Obviously, you could just paste something over the top of that if you didn't want it to say invitation. It's what I love about junk journaling, scrapbooking. It's completely up to you what you stick down and where you stick it. Like, there's no rules whatsoever. We've got some stickers here, more stickers. Even the back of the sticker sheet can be used. So that's patterned as well. And then we've got some monochrome pieces again. Love this. Fantastic. I've got a lot of enthusiasm, if you couldn't already tell, for these books. And it's not, you know, I don't get paid for this. It's not anything like that. I'm not trying to big something up that I don't actually like. I really, really think these are amazing. Then we've got the second lot of, was it the second lot or the first lot of wallpapers? The second lot. So let's see what we got with this one. Just pull them all out. I'll sort them out later. So we've got a groovy pattern. We've got some television sets, all different kinds of retro TVs. There's another pattern there, and then we've got some pop art ones as well, all matching in. We've got different kinds of furniture, and then these are bits you can cut out, but also we've got the plain solid colour papers, which again are different colours to the other books. Fantastic. We've got the long tags, more long tags, the long strips, and then some really cool black and white images, typewriter. We've got the fonts. I think you know by now what the score is with the book. The format is the same. You've always got your fonts near the back of the book that you can cut out, do some like ransom note kind of lettering. I love the images in this one because they're all real and human and funny. We've got the long strips that are adhesive, and then the little stickers that I like the shape of. I love the end one, like the old silent movie. We've got some beautiful tags here, really, really nice. These little note cards again. Got the starburst tags. These two note thingies. Words again are failing me. Cards, note cards. We've got more paper. It just seems to go on forever. Envelopes. All matching. So you can basically do a completely matching spread with all different tags and cards and pull-outs and things with all of the same type of pattern on them. The end, in that kind of Looney Tune sort of style. So that's that one. Fantastic, love it, 10 out of 10. Let's get on to the last one now. Should have probably asked you to go and get a cup of coffee or something while you're watching this, shouldn't I? This is the Magical Collection, so I just know this is going to be beautiful. I have looked through it briefly, but I did want to sort of look through it with you. Typewriter, Once Upon a Time. Oh, this is what I mean, you see. Deep, kind of gothic vibes. Fairies, anthropomorphic creatures. So this is like a hamster wizard, maybe. Fairies and unicorns, little mystical hedgehogs. Oh wow, this is my jam. Got the little note cards, neon mushrooms, little fairy nooks. Then we have the papers for this one, which, do you know what? Impatient. So this one's really nice. It's got the butterflies, it's got some steampunky elements, it's also got some vintage look to it, typewriters, scrolls and all that stuff. Then we've got an Alice in Wonderland sort of inspired one, or at least that's what I think it is, because you've got the white rabbit, the playing card, you've got Alice, and I don't know who that is, but then there's this one, which is just quite basic. It's kind of like lace though, you know, if you think about black lace. I think we'll have to open this one up to see. It looks like a rose. So don't forget on the back, they're all solid colours. Yeah, this is a beautiful purplish, bluish rose with loads of dew on it. So that's the first bunch of papers in this book. We carry on. Oh, fairy tree. Gorgeous. We've got the envelopes. Celestial, love Celestial. Just look at this copyright info again. Printer images. So yeah, the images are from actual real people. There is no AI made in this. I just wanted to check because I know somebody will ask, but there's no AI mentioned at all. Gorgeous, gorgeous celestial patterns, my absolute favourite. Beautiful fairy painting. Oh, this is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Envelopes, look at the background. Can you see I've gone almost speechless now because I'm just so immersed in what I'm looking at. This is my kind of book. Beautiful stickers, labels. Oh, I'm just kind of scrutinising to see if any of this looks AI. I don't know. There's parts of it where I think, maybe, but I don't want to say it is because nowhere in the book declares that. And these come from a big publishing company. This isn't, you know, some Amazon printed book, obviously. So yeah, I don't think there's any AI, but I'm not going to say there definitely isn't. But they have listed artists at the front of the book, so hopefully there isn't. These are your wall hangings again, double-sided, black rose, beautiful. This reminds me of, what's her name, that illustrator? You know what I mean, don't you? Karolina Kubikowska. I don't know how you say it, I'm sorry. And then we've got the second book, which is the list journal. Oh, I love this. Full of gorgeous sort of nighttime, mystical, magical scenes. Things you can cut out. Look at this. It's so painterly and beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely my favourite book out of the lot. Although I do really love the retro one and the cottage one. Black lace again, look, or white lace on black. Oh, amazing, amazing. These are the really thick pages. Let me take this out. The really thick ones. Very stiff card. Again, there's something on the front and back of everything, so there's no piece of this that cannot be used. Final cut of the day. We've got the notebook. Whoops. And it's more of the same, you know, beautiful patterns. This one's maybe not quite so gothic-y looking, or then again, maybe it is. Oh, look at that font. That's really nice. Lacy bits again. The Lunar moth. We've gone pink, and now we've gone back to butterflies and moths and beautiful stuff. Really thick, really, really thick. I want to know what people would do with these really thick ones. Maybe you could do some where you cut out, say a rose, you cut it out and then you build it up with adhesive pads. So it's like got an embossed sort of element to the page, a raised bit. These are very Art Deco, gorgeous fairies. We've got some more of that as we go through. Beautiful pastel colours. Then we're going back into the sort of deep dark colours. This is amazing. Look at these, you can just cut them out. Little owl, wizard, fox, all kinds of things. Love the sort of autumnal leaves as well. So if you're wanting to do an autumn spread, you could use quite a few bits from here actually. Lovely bookmarks and tags. Then we've got the tabby things and the big tabby things. I really like this as well. And then, oh, look at this paper. This is such a gorgeous paper. I would love to get like a present wrapped in this. That's so cute. Then we've got the invitation cards, which feature lots of different characters. I've got a raccoon, a rabbit, another raccoon. Raccoon, you don't get raccoon. Is it raccoon or raccoon? Raccoon or I would say raccoon if I didn't have my video voice on, because I'm actually quite common. Then we've got more invitation bits, but these are fairy bits. And then more mystical, magical, castles and unicorns. We've got your round stickers. Oh, look at that little unicorn scene with the rainbow. Then you've got your monochrome bits, which of course have backdrops. You know, you can use every part of the book. Ooh, black damask, like that. Incredible. More lacy bits, more fairies, this time sort of a black and yellow theme. Look at this bumblebee. That's a really creepy bumblebee actually. It's like half moth, half bee. I wouldn't want to see that. I do love bees, but I wouldn't want to see that outside at night. I don't think I'd recover. Then we've got moths again. We've got beautiful romantic scenes in this. Then, no, it wasn't the last cut, Claire. Spoke too soon. Then we have the last few wrapping papers. So this is like a big scene, I think. We've got outdoor sparkly sort of fairy scene. Let me open this up because I think it might deserve it. So it's got cerise pink on the back, but then it's got this gorgeous fairy scene. Again, if I'm going too fast, please slow it down or pause the video. You can do all of that. You don't have to leave me a nasty comment, because I've had that quite a few times. Going too fast. Yeah, gates. Beautiful, kind of woodland, mystical, magical gates. And then what's this one? We might as well open it up because we've done all the others. Nice ochre yellow. And wrong way round. We've got a fairy bridge scene at night time. So, I mean, this truly is the reason why I show you things before you go and buy them. This is the perfect example of that, because I don't know as if you'd know from seeing the description or the few pages that you get to see, the kind of quality and the kind of variation that you're getting inside. Love this. Some moths, death head moth. Got some really cool sort of oldie worldy medieval scroll writing. And some more of that here, like illuminated manuscript letters and numbers. This is nice. This is like a kaleidoscope image. Moths and moons and jewellery, gold. Stunning. Look at this. It almost feels like you could touch it and swirl it round. It's so clear, and the clarity on all the images is beautiful. We've got the long tags, again with some Art Deco-y sort of fairies on it. And more there. We've got the long strips to cut out. There's fairies and all kinds of magical stuff. There's the rainbow unicorn one that would match with the sticker. The moon on the back. More fairies, more lettering, even more lettering. You're spoilt for choice with your letters in this one. Once upon a time, even just that bit, cutting that bit out. So on the back of all the lettering, as you know, we've got solid colours or patterns. There's always something on the back. We've got the adhesive strips, beautiful, full colour, glossy, and the little cute stickers with the little animals on. We've got the tags. Look at this very regal looking owl. Beautiful fairy as well. We've got some more of these characters on these these little note cards, the Starburst tags, and the other bigger note cards, fairies and animals. Oh, look at this dragon. Wow. Fairies, dragons, unicorns. If that's your kind of theme, if that's what you love, this will be the book for you. Peacock. Oh wow, look at this. It's almost like rainbow moonstone waterfall. Oh, gorgeous little romantic scene with the rabbits as well. You could use the Alice in Wonderlandy bits that we've already seen in a spread with this one. Again, some more romantic little square scenes. This is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Like I say, I really hope beyond hope that this isn't AI. These are the 4 books that you can get. You've got the Magical Collection, the Vintage Retro Collection, the Cottage Collection and the Botanical Collection, and they're all absolutely humongous and heavy and packed full, and I just think it's incredible value for money.
Pause this video here to see new titles coming soon.
I will again leave all the links in the description. Mostly I just want to know which is your favourite. What do you like best about them? Is it something you've seen before and wanted to have a look at and wanted to have a play with? What ideas do you have to use these papers and tags and things? Do let me know. I love hearing from you and talking to you online. But other than that, I just really hope you've enjoyed me showing you these paper books. I know it's not colouring, but occasionally on the channel we do something a bit different, and I just couldn't see the quality of these and not tell you about it. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.